Deckard6. This is going to be a live, actual play of me and my D&D group playing the Mines of Phandalin, or as we're doing it, the Mines of Wangdalin, because we don't quite want to give full respect to out-of-the-box adventures. This is just a personal preference to do a little weird stuff. It'll be funny, hopefully, and it will be grossly inappropriate, so there will be F-bombs and rude jokes, so mature viewers only. Hope you enjoy. Dark Lord of the Lost Mines of Wangdelver. This is Deckard6, and welcome to one of the most poor decisions I've ever made. Let's play D&D.
Don't sell yourself short.
You made plenty of much worse decisions.
Alright,
I'm surrounded on all sides.
so you guys are hanging out in the city of Nogvarad, basically counting your last coppers, as the case may be, except for a halfling who is singing and dancing and tumbling for his money, and is quite frankly well off. Those of you who are flat broke are taking a contract with the dwarf Gundren Rockseeker, a prospector who is looking for guards to help his wagon and his expedition out to the village of Wangdalin.
Well, I'm broke, and I can guard things, so I'm going to sign up.
I'm bored and it looks interesting. So
And it does-
I'm going to sign up.
And it does take you through the Everwinter woods. Totally not Neverwinter. Unique IP, do not steal.
Never
Okay.
winter.
Everwinter?
Everwinter.
As in it's always
Ever.
winter.
Yes.
Oh,
The ever summer woods.
I'm assuming the bard comes around, because with a couple of schmucks like these, you're sure to get some great stories.
yes. I'm most particularly interested in the wolf boy.
Just don't be interested in... It's a wolf girl, actually.
Indeed.
Oh, well, I'm interested in her story.
Are.
Alright, so Gundren says it's going to take a couple of days for the wagon to get ready, so he needs to pay your way for a few days, while you're making ready to travel, and
That's nice of him.
he's petting the wolf, apparently.
I thought I was teabagging him.
I signed
That's
my name very well.
As the day before you're supposed to leave, he receives a letter, and he turns to you, he's like, I must leave immediately. Something's gone wrong with my expedition. Come along tomorrow with the wagon of supplies when it's ready. You can meet me at Wangdelver. And him and his friend Sildar Hallwinter immediately set forth to Wangdelver a day ahead of you.
They book it. Where is the wagon, and is it loaded? Is it getting loaded?
It'll be ready the next day. He tells you at what shop to pick it up at.
Okay.
What kind of supplies are we talking?
Mining supplies. It's got food, it's got small amounts of black powder, plenty of oil and lamps, picks, shovels.
What is his reputation? Our employer. Do we know that?
Give me a history check.
All right. I roll a 6.
With a 6, you haven't heard anything particularly, but you know dwarves are well-respected miners, so obviously this dwarf must be a well-respected miner.
I rolled even better.
Ditto for Ben.
Oh my.
Your knowledge of him basically comes down to racial stereotypes, though the time you have spent with him makes him seem like a shrewd businessman.
Well, I've already signed a contract, so I am, wow, we're just getting worse and worse, aren't we? 6, 3, 1.
What's a dwarf?
Wait, you mean there's something special about the short furry ones?
Did they taste good?
How do we know about? What do we know about the route?
It's a week-long trek along the Thornbore Trail. There'll be supplies for you along the way.
But how do we get out of the Great White Expanse?
Speaking of which,
Whoa, snap.
Oh god.
on your,
I am now the cart puller. Hell yeah.
on the 6th day, you come across a pair of dead horses in the road.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Carry me, squire.
Did we leave?
Yes.
Okay.
6 days travel out. You come
How
across
many days of travel are there expected to be?
7.
A week, so 7.
Okay.
You come across a pair of dead horses in the road.
Oh no, our horses died.
Not your horses.
Oh, okay. Then
Our
what's pulling
horses
the wagon?
are apparently of the invisible variety.
No,
Your
they're-
oxen
they're-
are of the invisible variety.
They're kestrels or whatever. Thestals from Harry Potter, the ones that you can't see until you've witnessed death.
Oh, wow.
The
But
the,
I've
ho-
killed lots of people.
the horseless the horseless carriages were actually fun fact. The horseless carriages in Harry Potter were actually had horse-like creatures that you could only see if you've witnessed someone passing from life to death.
I'm familiar with this. All right, so there's a couple of dead horses. Does anyone take closer examination?
Sure.
Scout.
All right, John.
I am watching around.
Give me an
us.
investigate roll.
Oh, that's where I'm not a Viking. There it
I'm
is.
I'm gonna help him.
You have
give him
assist.
advantage.
Do you have proficiency in it?
Holy
Might
shit!
not, but I didn't realize. Okay, is that the rule? I didn't know what the rule
Yeah.
was.
If you have a proficiency in a skill, you are able to provide assistance.
Okay, then I guess I'm not.
You don't have to actually roll for assistance anymore. It's just if you're proficient, you can assist.
And then
I'm
that grants some advantage, right?
Hold on. So, John, with your 17, you're able to see that these horses have been felled by arrows. From a, they're not really good arrows. They look kind of shitty. You also find a map case that you recognize as the one that Yundrin had been keeping close to his side and never parting with.
That's
you-
our employer, right?
Yes.
Doesn't interest me. Toss it
At
behind
this
me.
point, everyone
Look
give
for
me a perception check.
Perception. 9.
22. I'm a Viking.
I get a 2. I am so perceptive right now.
Everyone else is like, we're paid to guard wagons, let's just guard the wagons. When at this point, John goes, I smell goblin.
Goblins?
Goblins?
Goblins.
At which point,
I say to John, I say to Yukidori's. What's Yukidori's character's name? Kiba.
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 I say to Kiba, "What do you smell?"
Goblins.
Goblins, huh?
you guys have just enough time to prepare yourselves as goblins come out of a blind in the woods.
Oh no!
We're being rushed by goblins.
Yep. Just to make clear, both sets of goblins have bows and swords. I'm just sort of setting them to which one they're more likely to use. And getting you some
Okay.
graphic variety.
Which one they currently have drawn?
Yes.
Okay then.
Alright. If you can give me some initiative rolls.
You would like us to make initiative?
Ah! I'm no longer a Viking.
Oh man, I rolled the same as you.
You are no longer a Viking.
I'm having to do some,
If ever you were.
I have a +3 to initiative, in case
Me
you're
too.
wondering.
it's
Okay,
easy if
so
I
how
just
do-
copy this and then I can run it for each of the tokens.
I have a +1.
Does the tracker thing not automatically update the turn order? I can swear it did.
It will.
Okay.
It just first goes in the order they're added.
Oh. Okay.
At least they don't get a surprise round on us.
Yeah, no kidding. That's
Yeah.
gonna be-
They
That
need to
would've
settle
hurt.
down with these high rolls, though.
Jesus, we're in trouble.
And set it to descending numeric. Oh wow, yeah. I wasn't actually paying attention to the rolls that were coming up.
So, John, you're not in animal form. You're in druid form, right?
I can't try animal form until level 2.
All right,
I was
goblins.
just confused because you're a wolf.
Yep.
He's just going with that token because he couldn't find any
Yep.
druid ones he liked, and he self-identifies as a wolf.
Yep. I'm a wolf.
He's a wolfkin.
I'm a bar.
So they're going to shoot at the bard on the front wagon first.
Hold on.
Oh,
Have we not have does our bard have the inspiration thingy? Inspiring words?
you
Alright.
mean his charismatic leader thing?
Inspiring, yeah,
Yeah.
inspiring leader.
He has to spend 10 minutes inspiring you guys to get it to go, so it's sort of a prepared thing.
Yes, but we've been traveling through dangerous woods. Why are you assuming we have not been preparing
True.
in the morning?
Bard, have you prepared it?
Yes.
Okay, so everyone has, I believe it's 4 temporary hit points.
Yes, it's 1 plus 3, so 4.
All right. Goblin Bow 1
Okay.
will fire at the Bard, relatively annoyed that he has been spotted, hoping to get a nice drop on you. He gets a 12, which I'm assuming does not hit your AC.
AC is 15.
All
so
right.
no.
The other one's going for the Druid, since he's theoretically distracted by the horses.
But goblins have a pungent odor.
They do. They're not big on bathing. 7 does not hit you.
That misses me so hard it turns right back around and hits him in the face.
Goblin B is going to 1, 2, move up to the Druid,
No.
and critical you.
Ouch.
So he rolls an additional d6.
Oh,
Here's where I get taken out
Yep.
immediately.
but it doesn't. The extra D.
Oh!
Yep,
That's 11
down I go.
damage.
I'm down.
No, you're not. You have 4 temporary HP.
Ah, yes. I'm almost down.
So that goblin comes running, screaming out of the woods. Ay, 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 ay! It just shanks you right in the kidney.
Ouch.
Well, you're like making faces at the goblin that's
Hey.
shooting you with the bow,
Hey,
and then he
Bob.
shanks you in the kidney.
Hey, that's my kidney. Don't stab me there.
Next we have up is our paladin.
Let's see, I have 30, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll move to here. Goblin A has not gone yet, correct?
Correct.
And I'm gonna yell hammer time.
Do 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 do. I hope you can touch this.
11.
11 is insufficient to touch a goblin.
I do not reach out and touch him.
You can't touch this.
Can't touch this.
The goblin does a little hammer shuffle at this
Oh.
point.
We're gonna die to the goblins.
I really hope not. Merrick
Can we
Tea
have
Leaf,
a
you are up.
mulligan?
We have lots of healing, so we should be able to at least. I don't know.
Merrick Tea Leaf, you are up.
Okay. So I'm not familiar with how the actions work. I get an action about. How do I get? How do actions end?
You have 1 move and 1 action.
And you can
That's
make
it.
a bonus
you
action.
only have bonus actions if you have a specific thing that says you have them.
Okay. So like if I were to use my healing word on Kiba,
That's an action.
it says bonus action. One cat.
Oh,
One.
okay, that means you still have your other ones. You can only have 1 bonus action around.
It's easy to
Okay.
think as bonus is equivalent to minor, movement's the same, and action is the old attack action, standard action.
So like if I wanted to cast sleep and then healing word on cast sleep on some of the goblins and then cast
you-
healing word.
If you bonus action, is healing word a spell or
It's an evocation. It's a spell.
Then you can't do both. You can only cast one spell.
Is it a cantrip?
No, it's a level 1 spell.
Okay. Yeah, you cannot cast 2 spells. When you cast a bonus spell, you can't cast another spell unless it's a cantrip.
You could cast it and Vicious Mockery, however.
Yes.
Okay.
Or you can cast and shoot.
Yep.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna cast a. Whoops. Definitely gonna cast healing word on. On
On the
Kiba.
wolf.
Yes,
Much
on Kiba.
appreciated.
So, do I roll for that? I just roll healing, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I just roll that.
It's what, 1d6?
You got 6 HP healed.
I am conveniently back at 100% hit points then.
It was 1d4 plus my charisma modifier. So it
You
was
set yourself to 6 rather than adding 6, John.
Oops.
3 and 3.
Or Yuki.
Darn GM can't follow his own guidelines.
I know, right?
I think that means we get a bonus level.
I'm pretty sure it
You get a bonus
gets
experience
repeated.
point at least.
Yes! That's...
Alright, Merrick, you still
Awesome.
have 2 things you can do.
Move action. So, like a move action, would that be drawing a weapon?
You can draw a weapon as part of your attack action.
Okay. We're going to move 1, 2, 3. So that's 15 feet. I'm gonna move here. So I have this combat advantage, right?
Nope, flanking is not a thing anymore.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Right.
I will let you remake your move because you're still getting used to the system,
Okay.
of course.
Because you're a noob lord.
3.
Noob lord.
I'll move here. I'm going to draw an attack with my rapier.
All right.
Okay.
I get a 20 versus
You
his
hit.
Yeah, unfortunately that's not a natural 20, but
11. Oh,
11
Oh.
piercing damage.
So the goblin's there like, ha 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 ha, and you just like come up behind him, ha 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 ha, shunk.
You
all
found
right,
this
where's
kidney
the big
too.
red splorge? Come on,
Blarg.
yeah. Oh, that's not a splorge.
Oh, that's no bloodstain.
Oh, well.
Unfortunately, they don't have a really great bloodstain overlay. It does, however, actually mark them as like taken out.
I shout, aha! Got you!
All right, so that one goes down.
You slut.
Fortunately, freeing up the druid, whose turn it is now.
I teabag the goblin on my way over to the other goblin. Fuck you, guy.
You're fired.
You teabag Goblin Bob on your way over to Goblin Dave.
Yep.
Here. It should be this.
6
Oh,
damage.
that-
Pretty
that's-
sure 23 hits.
That is certainly a shank.
Yeah.
That is, you said
Burying
6
my
damage.
dire wolf claw in his forehead.
The goblin is still alive,
Yeah.
but he is bleeding profusely from the wound your claw has inflicted upon him. John has described. Ayuki has described his weapon as a
XP.
dire wolf claw, and it is
Sort of
basically
looks like a
functioning as a scimitar for all intents and purposes.
Yep.
That's a
Leather,
pretty big
basically a
claw.
leather glove with a bunch of dire wolf claws attached.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
You get those from your brothers and sisters?
Goblin A
Yeah.
Hero Goblin.
decides he is going to try and deal with this human all up in his grill.
Half elf.
Half elf, excuse me. This half elf paladin all up in his grill. He gets a
Good
14.
boy.
14 does not hit. He
You're-
misses.
Or too heavily armored for his swords.
Pink. Pink.
Goblin C is concerned about the suddenly charging paladin and decides that he's going to try and shoot him. And misses. Goblin D
Has
Yeah.
problems.
is confronted with a druid that he initially thought they were doing awesome against, but things have turned out poorly. He draws his short sword and tries to stab you, and succeeds
God, why? Why you do this to me every time?
for 6 points of damage.
You've prepared a
that's-
healing spell, right, John?
Yep.
All the healing you had.
Why is this my luck? Oops.
Goblin B. Oh,
Is,
he's no longer
uh,
there.
out of the
His
fire.
sir no longer appearing in this film. That brings us to Wolfgar.
Wolfgang.
Wolfgang?
Yep.
Alright.
ULFGANGR. Wolfgang.
Alright.
12.
That is insufficient. You and this goblin are trading blows in an epic battle where everything else is just going on around you very quickly.
Wait a minute.
Stand still
Hold
so
on.
that I might hit you.
Did Goblin D use his bow or stab me?
He stabbed you.
Okay.
You can draw a weapon as a free
Yeah.
as part of your attack.
Yeah, as I said, this is just sort of
With a
a...
short sword and stab you.
That doesn't mean he did.
I did
just
state
wasn't
it.
Said he did.
I wasn't paying attention. Okay.
Okay.
I'm a product of my generation.
Way to go, Kiba.
Merrick Tealeaf, you're up.
Eric Tea Leaf. Alright, what can I do here?
You could tie up the remaining archer. You could join up with either of the other people and attempt to finish off one of the goblins.
I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery.
Alright. Against who?
Against Goblin C.
Goblin
believe.
C. Okay.
Yeah, disadvantage on its attack rolls. Okay, so what is that? So it's a DC 13 with saving throw.
Alright.
That's against Goblin C.
Yep.
Oh,
Alright. You make a witty remark charged with magic at him, but he just sticks his tongue out at you.
You yell.
Your mother
"Oh."
was a goblin.
Well, yes,
Yes.
and the finest goblin she ever was. Do you wish
Yeah,
to
I
do
can-
any movement?
I can move, right? 1, 2,
Yes.
3. I'll move here. 3. Yeah, 3 spaces, 15 feet. There we go. I'll end my turn.
All right, Kiba.
I am going to have to cast a healing spell here. Cure Wounds, I believe, was the one I had prepped. Was that 1d6 plus Wismod? Four hit points back. Hooray! Now watch the goblin crit and insta-give me.
The goblin's like, oh, just like a druid to heal themselves.
Well, you wouldn't be.
Do you wish to
instantly
move or
killed
anything?
unless it does a lot more than you just.
Nah, I'm staying
All
on that.
Goblin A is starting to feel the pressure. He looks back and forth between the two and goes, eeny, meeny, miny, paladin! Deciding that the guy with the hammer is still a bigger threat than the guy with the rapier.
If
And
I-
the guy with the cutting wit.
Oh!
Oh!
Second crit of the fight! I'm sorry, folks!
That's okay.
You're fired.
How much damage is it?
6 plus 2, so 8.
-3.
Yep.
So my temp HP is wiped out, and I take 1 damage.
That's his turn. Goblin C. Gonna take another step back and shoot at the bard, trying to give some cover fire for Goblin A. Only an 11 versus AC.
That misses.
Yeah, he took your remark to like, it's like, wait, he called my mother a goblin, but he must assume that was an insult, so I will shoot at him.
And miss.
Wait a
Goblin
minute, that
20.
guy insulted me!
Girls all say I'm
Hits
the
John
quickest
for 3.
guy in town.
Are you serious?
I am serious as the wound you are sustaining.
Stop cheating.
3. Ow.
Stop cheating, Decker.
I'm sorry, Yuki, I'm sorry.
Oh,
He's
Wolf
not sorry.
18 AC.
Wolfgang, you are up.
Oh, I knew I shouldn't have put magnets in my armor.
It's
There we
technically
go.
not metal.
17.
And at 9, the goblin's
That's a
dancing around.
17 to hit.
Oh.
I haven't rolled damage.
Okay. I was used to Yuki's that has the damage baked in.
Well, I have many different ways to do damage. That would be terribly... Well, at level 2, that would be silly for me to
Okay.
make the damage in. 17 hits, correct?
Yes.
11.
11 is quite sufficient.
I believe he has joined the Order of the Fine Red Mist.
Yes. He's dancing around like, and then finally he just...
Eventually, I'm gonna hit with one of these. Whap! One side of him. Whap! Other side of him. Whap! Right down the middle. Pile driver into the ground.
There's just a goblin head sticking up.
I'm gonna eat so many goblins when I can turn into a bear.
That was Goblin A that just bit the dust.
You
Which
kill
brings us
goblins
to
before-
Merrick. The druid is continuing to bleed, and
It's okay, I feel fine.
I feel fine. Paladin turn? Or, no, I mean...
it is Merrick's turn.
Oh, it's my turn? I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm going to put away my rapier, draw my hand crossbow, and shoot at Goblin D.
All right.
24.
Ah!
AC.
That hits, and it inflicts the 8 damage.
8 piercing damage. Like,
Goblin
I got another
basically
one.
just got backstabbed from a distance. Larg.
I'm not going to move.
Okay. Kiba.
I can't be the only person who hasn't killed a goblin. So, screw healing myself. I'm gonna make a
Critical
terrible...
blood.
Yep. I'm gonna make a terrible decision. Try to rip his throat out. Woohoo!
You have to move over to him first.
Oh. Sorry, I forgot he killed my goblin.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Kiba.
Too bad he's not gonna die.
So that does indeed hit him,
And I rolled a 1 naturally on the damage.
naturally. This is who we're talking about here.
If it was possible to roll negative, I would have. I heal him with my stabbing powers.
This goblin's in deep trouble.
Why are you rolling 1d4?
Oh, crap, I never fixed that macro after I changed the...
I will let you reroll damage on that then.
Oh, thank God.
Just give me a real quick manual roll before you fix your macro.
Yes!
Oh, that gets him!
Good riddance.
After a brief flurry of blows and many wounds to your druid, the goblins all lay dead around you. A quick inspection reveals that these arrows match the ones in the horse's flank.
Not surprised.
Loot the bodies, or check them at least.
Alright.
Investigation, right?
Yeah.
Survival, I'm making some goblin jerky out of these bastards.
I get a 20 on my investigation
That is really good.
Nice.
to loot the bodies.
The goblins don't have anything of value, but you can find that they had apparently some sort of hide with, like, you know, little bits of dried bread and jerky and drawings on stones that are probably just made by bored goblins a little ways from the track. Apparently they've been waiting here to ambush anyone that's come by, and they ambushed the horses here the day previously and this time happened to catch you guys. You can also spot with those amazing rolls, both of you, a trail leading from the blind back into the woods. And this trail's been made fairly obvious. It looks like wagons or some other large vehicle has been pulled down this way.
My character, not being incredibly intelligent, is going to verbally connect some dots. He's going to be like, so these goblins ambushed somebody about a day ago. Our employer came through here about a day ago. The druid found his case, and there's a trail leading off that way. I feel our employer might pay us more if we rescue him.
And grateful employers do sometimes pay more.
But we do have it to get this. Oh, I suppose having the employer there to pay us would be
At
beneficial.
all, yeah. We should pull the wagons off the road.
Yeah.
The animals that are well trained and are perfectly happy to be pulled off the road and tied up to a tree. They just start munching some shrubbery.
I'd spend. Do we have enough time for a rest?
That
Can I spend?
it's an hour. Do we want to take an hour to rest?
There's-
Probably a good idea.
I can
There's no
spend 10
immediate
minutes-
sign of additional hostilities, and
Okay.
you've scoured the area quite thoroughly.
I'll keep an eye out while they rest, since a rest won't really give me anything.
I need to spend 10 minutes of my rest inspiring you guys with my words.
Mm-hmm.
So,
What was the best healing mechanic? Spend a hit die, recover your, 1d8 for a druid?
Yes.
Yep, 1d8.
Yay!
Add your con mod? I don't remember. I'm not actually using this. I'm wondering what the
Mm.
spec element. Or am I not just looking at
okay, a
this?
creature can't gain 10 hit points from this feat again until it has finished a short or long rest. So it doesn't matter what kind of rest, so long as it's a rest.
Okay, so at the end of the short rest, we'll spend 10 minutes and
And it's equal to my level plus my charisma modifier.
And John, you do add your Constitution mod to the HP
Okay.
you heal on
Well. I filled up anyways, so it's good
Alright.
to know though.
So you guys set off down the path? Question mark?
Yes.
Yep, there's goblins to
somebody
hunt.
who can spot things in front.
All right. So someone is checking out the path. Who's marching order?
I'll go first. Keep an eye out for tracks.
All right.
I'll go in the rear and
I'll be in the middle.
for- in case something springs up behind us. It probably won't insta-get me, maybe.
All right.
Protect
Yuki.
the storyteller. Our
Yeah.
tales of our bravery must survive.
Tales of your stabbings.
Save the storyteller, save the world.
Ben, just a further bit of information from your previous, blurred from your previous survival roll. You can guess that there have been at least a couple dozen goblins using this. Oh, that's not blurred. That was Yuki that made the survival roll. My bad. Yuki, from your previous survival, you're able to tell that there have been dozens of goblins using this trail. The
Dozens of
four you
goblins
saw here
using
are
this trail.
just the front. And as I was saying now, give me a perception check, Yuki.
Yay! Phew.
Oh, wow.
I'm a Viking again.
As you're heading down the trail, you find what looks like a snare trap set up in the middle of the path. You're able to spot this easily, and you're just like, really?
I'll grab a stick and poke it.
All right. The stick gets ripped out of your hands, but you're otherwise unharmed.
I really hope that there wasn't any bells on it.
And there apparently are none.
Ooh,
Wait, so there's a stick suspended in the air. Can I grab it and swing with it?
You can. Whee!
Whee!
shush, we're sneaking.
That looks fun.
All right. Yuki, give me a second perception check as you proceed about another 10 minutes down the path.
I'm still a Viking.
Still a Viking. This time you spot a pit trap covered with branches and leaves in the middle of the path.
I poke it with a stick.
It's well built enough that the weight of just a casual stick poke doesn't cause it to collapse.
I said I poke it with a stick.
You poke it with a stick, and the branches collapse, revealing a 10-foot deep pit. It's not even covered with spikes at the bottom or anything. This is just a standard little pit trap. You can easily skirt around it to the nearby woods.
There's nothing trapped in the pit.
Nope.
Okay.
Around we go. Onwards to adventure.
Overall, you've traveled for about half an hour following this trail.
So are any of you sneaky?
I'm sneaky.
Not I. Not yet.
When you spot a cave in the near distance.
Because I imagine they'll have like scouts and things once we get closer.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you can see
Somebody
a
should be
cave.
sneaky and find them.
All right. What at this point you will be on a map that has line of sight. Some parts will still be fogged of war. This is mainly so if I need to do rolling before you encounter a new area, I can do it before you just jump right in.
Okay.
Mm.
But beyond that, you will mostly see with the fog of war and line of sight.
What do I know about the bushes off to our right over the river? What looks to be a river. That's a river, right? Or is that a path?
That is a small stream. It is only
Small
about a
stream,
foot deep.
okay.
You can easily wade it. Give me a perception check.
I open up my freaking. Uh-oh. I
Um,
just.
I'm gonna give John advantage on his perception check instead.
Ooh.
Can I do that?
18
Trained in it.
on perception.
Sure.
Do I have time to tag myself with a cantrip one round, or is this a reactionary thing?
This is for now. It's just
Oh.
Giswaldo doing his perception check. You just see what looks like a bunch of trees overlooking the stream on the right side.
John,
What
I
I'm-
give,
what I'm
I
looking
give you
for is,
advantage,
would it be-
John.
Yeah.
I have a 24.
Would be good to I can probably go in stealth in there.
Yeah, it's definitely dense enough to hide someone in there.
John also rolled perception.
He got
a
advantage.
24.
He got a
24.
24. As you're about to head into as Merrick's looking at the bushes thinking, I can hide in here, you notice just barely a couple of goblin voices. They apparently are not particularly interested in you guys. They're just talking about, oh man, the flies are really nasty today. They're not really paying attention for being lookouts.
They're speaking in Goblin, or
They're speaking in a broken common.
okay.
Um,
I'm going to stealth.
Tiny pause.
Sure.
Okay.
What languages do we speak?
I speak
I-
Common and Halfling.
I speak Common, Elven, Sylvan, and Undercommon.
I've got common and wolf.
Okay. We'll converse in common then.
Mm-hmm.
Continuing.
Yes, they're apparently speaking a broken common, just talking about how the flies are really nasty and they wish they could be inside the cool cave rather than out here in the sun.
I'm gonna roll a stealth and move towards the.
And because Yuki spotted them, I'll reveal where they are hanging out. They haven't noticed you guys yet, however, because they're not paying particular attention.
I say we take him out now. We don't want them following us in.
Yep.
Where are they?
He's getting there, I think.
I've revealed them. They're actually in the thicket to the right. Hold on a second.
Well, the line of sight's.
It just occurred to me that line of sight is probably blocking for you guys, so I need to find
Yep.
my line of sight layer. Ta-da!
So do we want to? Will we have surprise round?
Yes.
Excellent.
Excellent, Smithers.
The bushes themselves are difficult terrain. It works basically like it does in Fourth. It takes double movement to move into difficult terrain.
Okay. The river is just a foot deep, and we don't.
Yeah,
have to
it is
worry
not
about it
difficult
at this
terrain or
point.
anything.
What about obscurity? Any concealment, or is that not a thing anymore?
There is concealment. The bushes can also count as light concealment if you're in them.
Okay. So I'm gonna make a stealth roll and move. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here.
Okay.
I rolled a 14 on my stealth.
All right. I will give the gobbles a real quick perception check.
I think I'm going to draw my hand crossbow and shoot at one of them.
Well, you still have your surprise round, but
Yeah.
they will notice you immediately and be able to tell where you are still.
Okay. Well, let's roll initiative so we know what order we are going in the surprise
Okay.
surprise round. The three of us.
I am adding the goblins to the tracker. They are not acting. This is just for
Apparently,
convenience sake.
I don't get to have middle of the road rolls today.
Let's set this by order of descending. Wolfgang.
We need to smoosh them. Actually, his initiative mod is higher than mine.
All right, Merrick then. You're first.
Draw my hand crossbow and shoot at Goblin B.
All right,
19 versus AC.
that hits.
8
You
piercing damage.
That kills him. So he's like, "Hey, halfling, you're not supposed to be." An arrow goes right into his eye.
Ouch.
Other goblin looks over.
Vicious.
Alfred, Alfred! Thank God you killed him! I swear he was cheating me at poker.
5. 25 feet, using an extra 5 to get into the bushes. 20 feet.
All right.
And I smashed the other, or attempt to smash the other goblin. Let's see how we do. 21.
You smash him quite mightily.
Well, we'll see.
With your mighty thews.
7.
Why did I even bother to roll initiative for these goblins? I will never know.
Ben, you're not capable of not killing a goblin in one hit.
No, only one of those was 01. I'm rolling 2d6.
1 to... Yeah, I see.
So yes, the goblin watchers were slain instantly before they could raise any kind of alarm or do anything hostile. Lucky you guys.
Okay.
The entrance to the cave is black beyond. There's apparently no real
I-
lighting inside.
Do I have to have killed mine?
No, you can take yours alive.
We could gently question it about what's inside the cave.
All right.
Intimidation?
Sure, intimidation will work great.
21.
21.
21.
The goblin will attempt a will save against that.
I don't believe it
Kiba.
can succeed.
Kiba, you may wish to look out.
The goblin's like, "Oh God, just don't kill me like you did, Alfred. I could still get picking bits of him out of my hair. He volunteers a great deal of information, assuming you are willing to let him run scampering off. He volunteers right away that there are fewer than 20 goblins are currently camped out at this particular lair, but
Fewer than 20.
Yep.
Oh dear.
he doesn't have enough fingers left anymore after the knife accident to count them all, so...
Knife accident. That sounds like a story.
Well, there's 6 less. Does he have any further information about inside the cave? Are there just goblins?
They keep a small stable of wolves at behest of their leader, Clarg. You don't want to mess with Clarg. He's scary and crazy, even for a
Clarg.
bugbear.
A bugbear?
Yes.
I ask him about the layout of the cave.
Well, if you go in, there's the wolf pens, and then you can go to the left, and there's the feed room, and you go to the right, and then there's the dams, and then Clarg's personal chambers.
Dams, huh?
Yeah, we have these dams set up so that we can let the water out and whoosh, sweep anyone out of the cave. Or clean
That's
up all the
good.
droppings. Depending on what's
Clean
needed.
up all the droppings. So does that flood the whole cave out, or just
It'll flood the stream up.
But then droppings outside attract predators.
they don't? Everybody stay away from a sewer.
Animals don't.
Well, they might eat them. Does anybody else have any more questions for him?
If we release him, will he like run for help or run for reinforcements? Can I persuade him not to do that?
Well, he better not. He failed the intimidate by a lot.
If you kill me, I'll just run all the way back to...
If you don't kill him,
If you don't kill me, I'll just run all the way back to Cragmaw Castle. It's... He looks around a little. Uh-oh. I...
I roll persuasion to convince him to run as far away as he can. Never come
And
back.
I'm giving you an advantage on that because he's already been intimidated.
you
I
should
rolled
go
a
home and
25
rethink your
then.
life.
Yeah. Like, oh yeah, I will go as far as I will. I'll try to find Cragmaw Castle, but far away is first priority. I think this... Is it morning or afternoon? Sun goes... He starts wandering off, trying to figure out which way Cragmaw Castle is unless you stop them.
Do we see
I'm
stars?
gonna ask him what Cragmaw Castle is before he goes.
Oh, Cragmaw Castle is where King Groll holds court.
Who's a groll?
What's a growl?
King Groll.
He is
King Groll.
biggest, meanest, nastiest, smartest of the bugbears. He sends Clarg out here because Clarg is crazy. He doesn't want to keep Clarg around.
What's a Clarg?
Clarg? Were you not listening? Clarg is the guy that's running this little band of goblins.
No, not listening. Standing watch.
Okay, bye. Thanks for not murdering me, and thanks for killing Alfred, that cheating son of a bitch.
You're welcome.
He wanders off.
So, sounds like we don't want to raise an alarm when we go in.
What a delightful little fiend. Should I stealth in?
Do you have any sort of light source is the question, because as I mentioned, it is pitch black beyond the entrance.
Well,
Wolfgang,
I have dark vision.
Wolfgang can see, but if any
I
of you
have-
other guys are gonna see, you're gonna need some kind of light.
I have a spell that will allow me to touch an object and make it cast light for an hour.
Alright, what object would you like to light up?
That's a good question.
I will turn out my hand, palm up, and a ball of flame will appear above it.
That seems unsubtle.
Better than darkness.
Not for all of us, but okay. I'll take up the rear then.
I'll light up my rapier.
Alright. So we have Do they have rules for produce flames light, Yuki?
10-foot radius, bright light, 10-foot dim.
Mine is 20
Pretty
foot
sure.
bright, 20 foot dim.
Oh, wow.
I was just
And I
taking care
just
of.
have
Aren't
60.
you special?
So yours was
I
10
just-
and 10, Yuki?
Yeah. Yeah.
I just have 60-foot dark vision.
All right. This probably won't be that big an issue unless you guys are really separated, but you now have your own light radiuses.
Okay.
I'm gonna try attempt to stealth in.
Okay.
Oh, wait. But I mean, where? Okay, I can't
will
really
be
do that
at-
because I have a light.
You will be at disadvantage because you're trying to stealth around in the dark with a light.
Yes. So, skills.
Why is there a random little green dot 3 squares to the right of me?
It's a light source.
Light source. I have to have something to have light sources.
Okay.
Okay, I rolled an 8.
An 8.
Yes.
All right. So you stealth in and now move in to see where you.
Move here.
You don't see anything yet. Just the water trickling down the cave. You can see
I'm
sort
going to move behind him.
Move here.
I can't see where you move until you actually drop. By the way.
I did.
Just-
I did. I moved here.
there it goes.
I
It's
see
updated.
the wolves.
So the wolves look up when they see you and start growling and yipping a little. Not making a huge racket, but they're reacting as if they've seen something, definitely.
Do you have animal handle?
I've got, Dan let me have, Deckard let me have, Wolf as my alternative language.
Specifically because of his background.
Yep.
It will only be useful against this particular type of animal, but it will work for talking with wolves. However, you will use persuasion to interact with them.
Oh.
I will give him advantage.
All
Well,
right.
I can't because I don't speak the language, right? But I'm proficient in persuasion.
You can still tell me what to say.
Sure, I'll let you do that by giving him. You can just feed lines to him. You're like Cyrano de Bergerac.
Okay, there we go.
Where's my sheet? There we go.
Shut your hooker mouth, and hammer time won't smash you.
No
I'm
bark.
going to
No
step-
kill.
Still don't see a roll yet.
Yeah, I'm trying to find my
Okay.
skill. Was persuasion, was it? Yeah. Bam.
That's pretty good
wow.
for
For a -1.
yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
they calm down and are just like, I was hoping for food.
I,
Not
tossed them.
food.
I tossed them the goblin jerky I made out of the earlier goblins.
Oh, they're happy to eat it. Particularly because you can speak with them. They even point out that there is a rock tunnel, sort of a chimney shaft, that goes up from the back of their
Oh.
cave, and that's where like Clark will throw down meat and bones to them to eat.
Right.
Before we continue, I tell Kiba that that meat is what the green people taste like.
The green people?
I tell Kiba to tell the wolves that this is what the green people
Ah.
taste like.
A little
green
stringy.
The green people taste awful.
Yes.
Like old boot leather.
No, they've had old boot leather. Goblin isn't quite that bad. Then again, they were Clark's boots, so that might have done something to it.
There's shoot back here. Back away in, maybe.
Yeah, up
It
in
is.
the
It is a bit of a narrow shaft, not quite vertical, but fairly steep. It will require some effort to climb.
and lots of effort to climb quietly, I imagine.
Mostly for those of you that are in heavy armor, yes,
Or carrying lights.
or carrying light sources.
So everybody.
Take river entrance then?
I don't want to be stuck in a chimney shaft when they notice us, but it might be worth. I don't know. How are you? Can you guys climb? How's your athletics?
Keep a climb good. No rope though.
I will tell you that it will be a strength athletics check to climb up that.
I have rope.
A person
I'm-
at the top
I'm
can
no
put
good.
down lope to reduce the DC.
I'm no good at climbing.
Yeah, but you could come up a rope,
My finesse. I'm better with finesse.
or we could just tie you to the rope and I could pull you up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, John, you get to go first.
I'm gonna
I give-
cast guidance first so I don't fuck this up.
I'm gonna give guidance a cantrip.
Yep, it's a cantrip. Gives a 1d4 on your next skill roll within a minute.
I'm handing you my 50 foot of rope.
Okay. Take 50 foot of rope. And I don't get anywhere.
With 5 feet,
7.
7.
Because +2 from guidance. 7. Yeah.
I give
You don't make it up at all. But you're not falling down on your Geester.
I'm going to use Bardic Inspiration to give him a 1d6 he can use.
Try that once more. Better. Slightly better.
John, but
Actually,
you have
I have a what now?
a Bardic Inspiration die. You can use a 1d6 to on a skill, ability check, skill, or
Okay, that's a... Do I have to use it now, or can I save it?
you can save it. You can save it.
Alright, then I'm saving it. Does a 21 get up the chute?
A 21 does get up the chute.
Alright, I'm gonna lower the rope down.
Oh no, you part way up the chute. You're
Oh.
about halfway up.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, it takes 2 checks to make it all the way up.
10?
A 10?
Yeah.
A 10 is successful. You're sort of a little wobbly at some points, but you make it up there.
Okay. Now I lower the rope. After I checked around, actually. Search first.
All right.
Yeah, probably look around where you're
Well,
at.
you emerge to the top of the shaft and you see a firelight nearby.
Then I'm going to just
Let
get rid of mine.
Let me reveal some area,
I'll extinguish my produce flame.
and you can move up one space as you climb up.
Oh.
And because you're actually arriving via stealth, these guys haven't had a chance to hide,
Uh-oh.
so I'm going to reveal them.
Uh-oh. This is scary.
All right, so that's what you see when you come up the shaft.
Maybe I should go back down the shaft.
Too late. I'm already climbing up the shaft.
Climbing up the rope that Kiba left. All right, Wolfgang, give me a check.
Athletics. Yeah. 8.
That is sufficient with the rope.
Well, no, rope gives me advantage, so
Oh, it does. Oh, so all right.
23.
Yeah, that is fine.
And the second one, 14.
That is also fine.
I peek out at the top. What do I see?
You see Kiba hiding behind a rock, and there's a campfire with Bugbear and a
Do I get
wolf
to see
enjoying a
things?
meal.
Do I get to actually see things?
Did I not reveal it?
You have to move up one.
We still have the light.
Move your square over. There you
we
go.
Yeah. Yeah, there's actually a light barrier there to prevent you from seeing things before I wanted you to
Okay.
from that going up the shaft.
Mhm.
All right, Merrick, you have advantage because of the rope.
Okay. Gonna roll my strength athletics check. 14.
You get halfway up, no problem.
11.
11 is sufficient. You get up all the way.
Oh, I immediately extinguished the light from my rapier.
All right. So, yes, you can see a whole bunch of goblins a goblin and a couple goblins looking through some of the supplies. It looks like their loot has been stashed here as well.
Oh, you're going to be on that side. I'll go the other side. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
You're just having a little.
Pick a side.
I picture you guys literally jostling around, trying to all hide behind the rock.
So.
So give me stealth. They are at disadvantage because they're not paying attention on their perception. So
I rolled an 8. God damn it.
What do I get? Where is skills? Stealth.
Oh,
The
my
thing
armor.
I'm great at.
oh
Yeah.
wow.
I get a 5.
Well,
Oh my god.
so far they've got a 4.
Well, we better just spring attack action.
So yes.
Go.
They get a
I
4
can't-
on their perception since they're at disadvantage for being distracted.
I cast sleep? Question mark.
Sounds like a good plan.
All right, let's roll initiative so we'll know what order to do things in.
And don't feel You can sleep bomb right on top of me because I'm immune to magical sleep.
The way I'd work sleep is sort of pick a point where two squares meet, and we'll go out from there.
Huh.
So it's 20 feet, so it'll go out 4 squares from where the point they meet.
Can I pick this square?
Why would you pick that square?
It will not reach Clark from there since it's the radius of 20 feet. But if you put it out, say,
If you put it,
I'm trying to do a ping. Oh, that's because I have my thing selected. Here, it'll go out 4, and it will just...
I didn't see it.
Might be because you're back behind the corner. But it's between
Okay.
the two goblins.
Right here?
Yeah, that should be sufficient.
how do you ping? What is ping?
Hold
hold
down
and
left
click.
click.
Blurred, you've been doing it just by clicking on your character a couple times. I've seen you ping.
Ping. Ping.
Oh, we got some initiative rolled, so I should do the same.
Ping.
Hey, you deleted my initiative. I rolled good this time, too.
Sorry. I cleared the initiative, but you'd rolled before I did that.
Don't take that 17 away from me, brah.
You know what? I'll just add custom item. There.
Yay!
Doesn't have your token associated with it, but big whoop.
Oh,
It is a big whoop.
it is.
The biggest of whoops.
Such a
Whoop. There it is.
such whoop. Many big. Wow.
What if I don't want to hit Clark and I just want to make the two goblins and Ripper? Is it?
Why would you ever not want to?
Well, it does go in ascending order.
You're probably not going to affect Clark anyway.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot it was ascending order. That's 5d8 of hit die
Mm-hmm.
when it gets to be my
5d8
turn.
of hit points.
Hit points, yeah.
I'm doing some real quick checking on some guy's stats. He also has the +2. Clark!
Clark.
With an
The
exclamation point.
Bone Ripper.
And woofs are also a +2, so they all use the same initiative roll. Excellent. So copy paste is 4.
Copy pasta.
Set by descending. You guys will act first, but that will be the initiative order.
Alright.
Unless, John, what's your actual modifier?
3.
So you're actually before the Ripper. Alright, so you're casting Sleep.
Yes. I'm like at 7.
Get 7.
I know, no, not 7. I'm at initiative order of 7.
Oh, you guys have a surprise round first.
Oh, okay.
Since you did pass your stealth checks.
By the skin of our teeth. Or rather, they failed their perception checks.
Yes, because they're busy. Clark's like, find anything good in the booty, you make sure to give it to Clark.
Clark likes it in the booty.
Okay, I'm gonna roll my 5d8 now. For,
Alright.
I got a 15.
Clark already give Groll the dwarf. Do not want to give him all the booty. 15?
Yeah, 15 hit die, 15 hit points of creatures. I can put to sleep.
Alright. Let's see, what's a good sleepy icon?
Could use the little token things.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
what I'm looking.
Ah.
Probably this one, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm using.
I thought that was the cone head icon.
Clark is like, hey, why are you sleeping on job? Get back to work!
I can't see. Is Riptide asleep too?
Nope.
Okay, so it's just the two goblins?
Yep. Because it has to meet their full HP to knock them
Right,
out.
right. Ripper, I mean, not Riptide, Ripper.
Is that square to the right of me difficult terrain, impassable, or what?
The one with the rock in it?
Yep.
It's not difficult terrain or impassable. It's just, it would be difficult if you were trying to squeeze through it with, say, a large creature.
Okay.
but moving through with just a normal creature is not difficult. It does provide light cover if you're behind it and someone else is on the other side.
Okay.